Okay, I want to go over one more thing in section 5.1 on composite functions, and that is evaluating composite functions using graphs. So notice here we've got two graphs. The red one is y equals g of x, the green is y equals f of x, and we're going to be looking for three different values: g composed with f of 4, f composed with g of 2, and g composed with g of negative 2. Well, how do we do this? Well, we know that g composed with f of 4 is the same thing as saying g of f of 4. We're going to work from the inside out. Let's first find f of 4. So f is the green function. So if we find where x is 4, we see f of 4 is negative 5. So I'm going to replace negative 5 where f of 4 is. And now what we're really looking now at is g of negative 5. Well, g is the red function, so I'm going to go over to negative where x is negative 5, and it turns out that it's going to be 4, right? Okay, but that doesn't always happen, right? That's just kind of coincidental. Let's look at f composed of g with g of 2. All right, so that's the same thing as saying f of g of 2, okay? What's g of 2? Well, g is the red, so if we go over to 2 on the x, it looks like g of 2 is 0. So then we're going to evaluate f of 0. Well, where's f of 0? Well, if we go on f, the green function, here at this point on the y-axis, we have 0 and we get negative 3. So we're saying that f of g of 2 is equal to negative 3. We can do the same thing with just one function. g of 2. Negative 2. So first I'm going to plug in the value for g of negative 2. Well, g of negative 2 on the axis here is equal to 1. So we're really going to be looking for g of 1. And then we find x equals 1, also y equals 1. So g of negative 2 is equal to 1.